Ladies and gentlemen, for you to win presidency of this republic, Kenya, there are several factors which you must consider. And one of the factors is that you must have your native tribe behind you. But if your tribe will not actually be behind you, then it's good for this nation for you to forget about presidency, because the politics of this nation is tribal in nature, and you must be backed by your tribe. You must have your tribe behind you so that you can negotiate to be the president of this republic. And also, they are key individual leaders who must be behind you for you to win presidency of this nation. Because if you will not have those key individual political leaders, then it's good for you to forget of becoming the president of this republic. Because those key political leaders, they will actually help you in logistics, in strategies, in financing your campaign. And they will also help you to have what we call a national figure or a national appearance or a national outlook. And that is why today I want to have a candid discussion about key political leaders that must work hand in hand with Fred Matiang'I for him to realize his presidential ambition. And those key political leaders, actually, they must back Fred Matiang'I if at all his dream is going to be realistic. And those key political leaders are actually 4 in numbers, but 3 are key. The 3 must actually fall behind Fred Matiang'I for him to win presidency. But before I tell you about the 3 key political leaders, I want you to take a minute and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like. Share the video to your friends. And if your friends are lovers of politics, then it is good to request them for us to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And whenever you do subscription, it's good to hit the notification bell, because once you do that, you give YouTube permission so that you can get notified whenever we upload any political content into YouTube. And lastly, for those ones who have actually subscribed to our YouTube channel and they always keep following us, I say thank you and may God bless you all abundantly, because you are behind our inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. Now, who are these key political leaders who must work hand in hand with Fred Matiang'I for him to realize his ambition of becoming the president of this republic? Those key political leaders include the following. 1, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, that is the former president of this republic. 2, Rigathi Gachagua, who is the leader of Wamunyoro group. 3, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, who is the Wiper party leader. So those are the 3 key figures. But also, for his ambition to be very, very clear, we also need to add probably Natembeya / Eugene Wamalwa. But I am going to give emphasis on the first 3 political leaders. Let me start with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is very critical in Fred Okengo Matiang'I realizing his political ambition of becoming the president of this republic, because Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta comes in these different ways. 1, over finance for campaigning for Fred Okengo Matiang'I, because Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is quite wealthy, is quite rich, and actually aiding the campaign of Fred Okengo Matiang'I is very easy for him. At the same time, he is the one who will aid to put all other political leaders together so that they can campaign for Fred Okengo Matiang'I. So Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta comes in for the economical purpose and also for strategic and logistic purpose. And that is why without Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta behind Fred Okengo Matiang'I, then Fred Okengo Matiang'I might not realize becoming the president of this republic. The second person is Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua, who is the de facto leader of Mount Kenya. He has a huge following in Mount Kenya. And for Fred Okengo Matiang'I to realize his political journey of becoming the president of this republic, he must walk that walk with Rigathi Gachagua so that he can get votes from Mount Kenya, because Mount Kenya is a vote-rich region, because the Mount Kenya people have about 4 to 5 million votes once you combine with its diaspora, which I mean Nakuru, part of Nakuru and part of Rift Valley, where Kikuyu lives. So you will find that the votes that Rigathi Gachagua will demand is around 4 to 5 million votes. And that is why it is very important for him to work with Fred Okengo Matiang'I and to support him to garner those votes. And as you know, Rigathi Gachagua is also the leader of DCP political party, the party which he founded recently. And that political party is actually going to have very many political representatives in Mount Kenya. And those political representatives will aid Fred Okengo Matiang'I if it takes the presidency of this nation, let come 2027, to run parliament and the House of the Senate. So Rigathi Gachagua is quite important for the journey of Fred Matiang'I presidency. Another person is Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is the leader of Wiper Party, and he comes with a tribe which has around 2.5 million votes, and he has always been the de facto leader from Ukampani. He has always been the leader of the Kamba nation. And whenever Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka will go, it means automatically the person who will go hand in hand with Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is likely to get 2.5 million votes. And that is why he is quite important in the journey of Fred Matiang'I presidency bid. So those are the most three important leaders that Fred Matiang'I must actually work with hand in hand for him to realize his bid for becoming the president of this nation. And also, Fred Matiang'I need people like Natembeya to be on his side. Because, as you know, people like Natembeya might have the following in the western part of the country. They attract a lot of youths, the Gen Zs. Because if you look the political rallies that Natembeya has been having, you will find that the Gen Zs feel that he is the person who should take the Luya nation forward. And therefore, if we will be on the side of Fred Matiang'I, then he will add more weight for Fred Matiang'I to win presidency, let come 2027. And you will find that if Fred Matiang'I can be with those four political leaders, then he is going to have what we call tyranny of numbers. And he is actually going to unseat President William Samoei Arap Ruto, and hence make him one-term president, as Rigji always says. So those 3 or 4 political leaders, they must always back Fred Matiang'I. But without those 4 or 3 political leaders, then the bid of Fred Matiang'I stepping at presidency will actually remain to be just a dream. Ladies and gentlemen, who do you think should also work hand in hand with Fred Matiang'I for him to realize his dream come true to step at the presidency? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to bump into this YouTube channel, please subscribe, share the video, and also hit the notification bell so that you can always be notified to watch any political content that we upload into YouTube. And for those ones who have subscribed and they always keep watching our videos, I say thank you, because you are behind our inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. And with that, I say thank you until we meet in our next political discussion. Goodbye.